Chapter 3, Landing the Deal. Ashton sits in your living room, looking as comfortable as if he owned the place himself. The three of us could make unforgettable content together. Well, he says unforgettable, has your heart jumping, but you suppress it to look at Eddie. You want to go into business, the three of us, together. Why do you say it like it's some sort of incredulous request? Eddie gapes at the two of you, his eyes darting back and forth between you equally, expectant expressions. Because it's ridiculous? It's a really bad idea. You two have a, You and Ashton exchange a covert glance. This is exactly what you predicted. Eddie's older brother instincts kicking into overdrive. History. Exactly. What's stopping it from happening again? Eddie shakes his head with a doubtful look in his eyes, and you know it's going to take a lot more convincing to sway him. Ashton and I have put all that behind us. With a big smile, you hold out your hand to fist bump Ashton. He looks utterly confused for a second before tapping his fist against yours. It should be simple, playful thing, but as soon as his knuckles make contact with your skin, you can feel the chemistry like a jolt of static. You shake your hand out, pretending it's part of the friendly handshake, as you turn to Eddie. See, we're cool, just two friends fist bumping. Absolutely, just friends. Ashton wrinkles his nose, suggesting he'd rather apply the different F word to the two of you. I don't know. You swallow hard and take a step back from Ashton. You need to keep some distance to finish this conversation. Look, you're both incredibly talented, and I want you on my team. Let me break it down for you. Here's what I was thinking. We kick this partnership off by taking the Bianchi sisters to the sunny summer and the Maldives. The Bianchi sisters? Who the hell are they? Mercy is a model-turned-influencer. She's a pro in the reality TV circuit, but never as part of a main cast. She and her two sisters, Gemma and Celeste, would be the perfect trio for the drama. As much as I would watch the hell out of it, you know indie films are more my speed, also exploiting people for their drama. Eddie shakes his head while you and Ashton exchange loaded glances. Why don't both of you come to my Hollywood lot for a test shoot? You'll get to see the process and meet the sisters. As much as you don't want to tear your eyes from Ashton and focus on Eddie, willing him to see how great this opportunity is. Okay, I'll stop by the lot. Excellent. That's all I need. For now. Your heart pounding slowly returns to a normal pace, but even with Eddie caving, a nagging fear bubbles up from your gut. Ashton, let me walk you out. You guide Ashton out of the apartment building hall, closing the door behind you so Eddie can't hear. Ashton automatically steps closer when he would have normally dared. His eyes linger on your lips for a few seconds. Even if he stopped by, it doesn't mean Eddie will join. Oh, I'm positive he'll come around. Don't worry. And what makes you so sure? The three of us might not have worked on anything together, but I know your brother. He'll agree, and eventually he'll have fun. You look at Ashton with worried eyes, but his mere presence starts to calm you and fire you up. Ashton steps closer, closing the gap between you. Swallowing hard, you feel heat spread across your cheeks. I'm confident we can make this happen. He reaches out and tucks a lock of hair behind your ear, sending shivers down your spine. We made a good team against Eddie back in the day. Between the two of us, we can convince him of anything. You nod, thinking back to all those times you and Ashton managed to sway Eddie into seeing things from your side. The next step is focusing on signing the sisters. They're looking forward to meeting their future executive producer. And I just know she's gonna blow them away. You can't help but shiver at those words. Executive producer. You dreamed of that title for so long. Blow away the clientele. Easy. He leans in so close that you can smell his ocean-fresh body wash and kisses your cheek. The touch sends fire straight to your core. Be ready by 8 a.m. I'll pick you up. The next morning, you stare at your closet, trying to decide what to wear for your day at Ashton's Hollywood lot. It's gotta be professional. You think back to the way his eyes lingered on you, his gaze burned with longing and desire. And maybe adding in a bit of appeal wouldn't hurt. You know, the perfect outfit that will have more than just the sisters glancing your way. This outfit will show off my power, professionalism, and appeal. You stare at yourself in the mirror, pleased with what you see, and you can't wait to see Ashton's reaction. He won't be able to take his eyes off me for sure. You nod to yourself once more, then head downstairs, grabbing Eddie on your way. Outside the door to your apartment building, a swanky limo sits idling for you, glinting in the hot Californian sun. You ignore the thrill just behind your ribs, scoffing at your brother. Well, it's certainly a step down from the helicopter. As you approach, the door swings open and Ashton appears. His smile instantly ignites butterflies in your stomach. Just as expected, his eyes linger on you, taking in your outfit with an ever-increasing heat look. Looks like someone is ready to charm. Eddie slides in first, taking up an entire elongated seat by lying down with a sigh, leaving only the empty spot next to Ashton. Now this I could get used to. Ashton laughs as you slide in the seat next to him. His leg immediately finds yours. It's only the barest touch, but it puts you on edge. Mimosas to celebrate the future endeavors, anyone? It's way too early for alcohol, man. Is this how you start every workday, Ashton? Just the special ones. He holds out a glass for you, baiting you with a raised eyebrow. Decline. You shake your head, lean back in the seat, aware of how your shoulder brushes his. Are you sure this isn't you celebrating your ability to have champagne for breakfast? He laughs, and you brush your knee against his so he knows you're teasing. Maybe a little. Despite yourself, you can't help but crack a smile at his infectious enthusiasm, even if Eddie's dubious look doesn't let up the entire drive to Ashton's lot. The limo ride doesn't take long as the driver skillfully navigates the LA traffic. He brings the limo to a smooth stop at the Hollywood lot Ashton owns. Eddie climbs out of the limo before the driver can even open his door, and you move to follow. Ashton grabs your waist before you climb out, and you turn back to see his eyes burning with lust. Need something? The way his eyes sweep over you in the outfit again makes you shiver with undeniable pleasure. I wouldn't mind taking you back to my office where I can remove this number layer by layer. As much as you want to close the limo door and speed off to Ashton's office. Are you sure you can fit that in your busy schedule? We have a family to impress. You lead the way, adding in an extra strut to your step for his eyes only. You're instantly enamored with the indulged streaming lot. It's perfection, from the life-size replicas of brownstone-lined New York City streets to golf carts whizzing by giant cranes used for camera work. Wow, I've never worked with anything on this scale before. This is wildly impressive. He leans in closer, his warm breath brushing softly against your ear as he speaks. It's pretty great, isn't it? And the scale is only part of the equation. Oh, really? I guess I'll ask the question instead. Does it include a true-to-scale bedroom as well? He raises an eyebrow at you, a sly smile appearing on his gorgeous lips. Of course, though I have yet to break it in. I look forward to the full detailed tour. So in case you forgot, we're here for a reason. We need a plan to hook Eddie. I could never forget. Any ideas in that brilliant mind of yours? When we were kids, Eddie always needed to feel like an idea was his. Scan the lot looking for your brother, but Eddie's already managed to disappear. Where did he go? I'm sure he's off geeking out over the camera lenses, which might be just a ticket to get him on board. His voice lowers and he slides his hand into yours. If Eddie doesn't want to join us, let him entertain himself. I'd like to make your tour more personalized anyway. Alright, I can't resist. Come with me. You're very aware of Ashton's soft, warm hand in yours as he leads you onto a gorgeous historical set. Wow. This is our latest romantic drama. I honestly have a bit of a soft spot for it. What is it about? Well, in this movie, a hard woman named Carlotta finds love in an unlikely place with Claude. Of course, the relationship isn't without its troubles. I mean, whose isn't? Indeed, in this very room, Claude tells Carlotta he's leaving for the war effort, and she entices him to stay. Oh, does she now? How did she convince him? The script only reads very convincingly, and the actress has room to interpret it. You pull your shoulders back and step further on the set, doing your best to emulate the perfect Carlotta. I'm up for a little challenge. Are you, Claude? Always. Closing your eyes for a moment, you sink further into the role of Carlotta and give Claude your best bedroom eyes. Bold and seductive. I've got to impress him with my fearless attitude. Slowly, you stare him up and down and wink. A sharp intake of a breath makes you think he's into your vision. I can't let you walk out that door, Claude. Whatever you want, name it. Whatever, That sounds like music to a man's ears. He sighs, and the saddest look comes over his face. I have to leave. I need to make something of myself to deserve you. What are you talking about? Claude. Don't you see you already have me? You reach for his hand and squeeze. You meet your eyes and doesn't look away. I don't know how else to tell you, Claude, but you don't have to be anyone else. I care about you already, just as you are. But what kind of man would I be if I didn't do what needs to be done? Exactly the kind of man I want. You can see it so clearly. The mask Ashton's been wearing is slipped, and the line between fiction and reality blurs. All you want to do is touch him. Are you speaking for Carlotta or for yourself? Do you want me to be talking about myself? He swallows, his throat bobbing and his eyes searching your face. You know his answer before he even whispers it. Is it so wrong of me? Not at all. I'm talking about us. The thoughts of playing her slip away as you stare at Ashton. The way he's looking at you makes you feel truly seen for the first time in a while. Press my forehead to his. You reach up and pull him down near, touching your forehead to his. I don't care about the money or glitzy lifestyle. I cared about you long before you had any of that. I know, it's just a lot of people in my life only care about that. Well, not me. Ashton leans into your touch and your thumb grazes his bottom lip. Damn. I can't stop looking at you. I can't believe how good you look draped in power. This definitely makes me feel powerful. I'd let you boss me around any time, especially if you wear that. He takes a deep breath and you pull back with a coy smile. What's the next set on the list? He walks over to the next set, which you recognize immediately from the latest teen rom-com. You take in the cozy fairy lights as you sit on the bed, the posh bed spread soft beneath your hands. He watches you, eyes dark and unreadable. You can sit next to me. I'm not going to force you to play a house anymore. He cocks an eyebrow at that and steps closer. He pauses just before you, the edges of his slacks brushing against your legs. You gaze up at him, keenly aware of every time you imagine this moment as a young love-struck teen. In your fantasies, you'd reach up boldly, pull him on top of you, and he'd ravish you with kisses. Imagine if it had actually been like this back then. His lips twitch in the barest of contained smiles. Oh, I have. This is The show is all about missed connections, teen drama, and misunderstandings. Did you draw from personal experience? I'm not that closely involved with the show. You raise an eyebrow, but let it go. Oh, my mistake. But I can see how it looks. It's making me feel things too, being in this room. I wish... He sighs, shaking his head. A flicker of pain or sadness crosses his face, and you almost reach for his hand. What do you wish? That our teen years had gone much differently. You pat the spot on the bed next to you, and with a defeated sigh he sits, his bravado slipping. You look him in the eye. Ashton, you broke my heart that day. He hangs his head before looking you in the eye. I know. It's the biggest mistake of my life. I didn't know what I did wrong to make you leave. It's haunted me for a decade. I'm so sorry. It wasn't you, I promise. It was not your fault. He scoots closer to you, and when you look at him, you see both the boy who broke your heart and the man who wants to make amends. Ashton. Your heart softens. He opens his mouth. Ashton, there you are. The moment is broken. You and Ashton pull apart. The panting assistant hurries over. You gotta come with me. Eddie's trying to take apart one of the crane cameras to see how it works. That could only end badly. Yeah, we need you now. Because you're a grown adult and you can pull him away. You and Ashton exchange a rueful glance, and there's so much left unspoken, but it's time to return to your real life. We've lingered long enough. Let's go find my brother. After the official tour of the set, Ashton takes you and Eddie to meet the sisters. I'm so pleased to introduce you to the potential stars of our show, Scandal and Sunset. It's going to be about them trying to find love in the Maldives. This is Mercy, Gemma, and Celeste. Oh, Ashton, you know we're hoping this deal works out. Mercy's voice is so sweet. She leans a little against Ashton, ignoring you completely. Mercy, it's so nice to meet you. She finally turns to you and gives you a once-over, her eyes lingering on your outfit. Oh, well, at least someone knows how to dress around here. You could certainly take a note from her fashion book, Mercy. The look Mercy shoots her sister is exactly the kind of drama you want to showcase on the Scandal and Sunset. And who are you? Nora is the person I want to bring this show to life. She'd be our executive producer. Oh, fantastic. It would be wonderful to work with you. You can tell she doesn't mean it at all. There's a super fake lilt to her voice, but you brush it off, and she isn't the first talent to doubt you. Hi, I'm Nora. Hi, Nora, I'm Gemma. I'm so excited to see what's in store for the show. The final sister looks off into the distance, clearly not as interested in this as Gemma or Mercy are. And you must be, Celeste? Ding, ding, ding! You reach another area of the set and put on the producer hat, ready to get started. Alright, let's have Gemma here, Celeste on her with the other side. Mercy, can I get you to step forward a bit? The biggest draw in reality TV is drama, so I'm going to give you each a role that is close to your real personality as possible. Mercy, you're the dramatic bombshell. Obviously, eyes are always on me. Not that I can help it. Gemma, you're the sweet voice of reason. Always have been. I just want us all to be as successful as possible, you know? And Celeste, you're going to be the winnie who's kind of over all this, and you'll be giving a long-suffering expressions at the camera. I would prefer to be anywhere else. And since this is a show about dating, let's focus this promo on appeal. As Annie adjusts the camera angles and starts to film, you feel Ashton's gaze on you as you take in the entire scene. When you turn to meet his gaze, heat floods your body when you recognize the hunger in his eyes. What kind of appeal are you planning? He doesn't look away as he says it, and it takes you all your strength to focus on work. A subtle, sensual art. Barely check desire. I'm gonna go with subtle, sensual. We have to trick the audience into wanting what we want, but we can't overplay our hand, or we'll turn them off. You meet his gaze, his eyes burn into yours. I see. Subtle. Ashton leans in closer to you, and it's like you're the only two people on the lot. All you want to do is find out what dangerous thoughts are spurring that glint in his eyes. Now tell me, Nora, who do you have in mind as the ultimate star of our show? You give him a knowing look and then turn to face the sisters again, raising your voice so that everyone can hear. The star of the show is... No, the bombshell already gets enough attention, and I hate those types of people. Everything must center around them. The snarky one... I'm on the road or fence about that one. We'll just go with the sweet one. People love an underdog, especially one that exudes purity and sweetness. Mercy's face darkens as she glares at Gemma. Me, really? Mercy's hands ball into fists at her sides as Gemma sneaks a look at her sister. Celeste sighs. Oh, sorry, Mercy. I know you wanted to be the star, but they chose me. You hide a smile, and he begins rolling. You both know you've just triggered the gold standard of production chaos in... 3, 2, 1... Actually, Gemma, this is perfect for you. It is? All you can do is your best, Gem. They can fix anything in post. Begins to cry, dabbing under her eye with a tissue. Mercy's sugary sweet tone makes her words even sharper. The sisters continue to snip at each other, giving you excellent quotes for the promo. Oh, forget it. We all have the same goal here. We are trying to make the hottest, best show any network has ever seen. Okay? Of course we are. People will either want to date us or be us. As long as I'm getting paid, I'll be here. No, you will not just be here. Your performance reflects on me. And this is why the camera should always be rolling. Behind Eddie, you and Ashton grin at each other. Eddie seems to be having fun, and that means he's caving. It looks like you all took you all of 2 minutes to get the great footage impressive. You allow yourself to bask in his praise for a second before getting back to producing. As the day gives way to night, the test shoot comes to a close. The sisters wander over to the snack table, and Ashton leans over Eddie's shoulder to review the footage. Damn, look at the cinematography here. It's brilliant. What do you think? God, yes, you've got the best eye for filming, and it shows in every second of your work. This is gold. Honestly, I'm having a pretty good time. I forgot how fun it is to just find ways to subvert expectations with subject matter that's so glitzy and manufactured. This is our big opportunity right here, right now. You deserve this, Eddie. You're a genius. You've been beaten down so long by this industry. This will give you the chance to finally clap back. I don't know about that. Listen to your sister. Eddie takes a deep breath, chewing on his cheek and the job offer. Okay, I'm in. Hey, this is definitely the right choice, Eddie. I had a feeling you'd be seed reason, Eddie, so I've reserved my helicopter for a starlit tour of LA. While you're finally on board with the plan, our starlets might yet need more convincing. Showing your clients a little romance can go a long way in a negotiation. His eyes twinkle when he looks at you. You can't help but feel he isn't talking about the clients at all. I'm out, thanks. You know heights freak me out, but you two can totally handle it. What do you say, Nora? Let me show you how business deals are really made in LA. It's all about luxury, romance, flair. All you have to do is come with me. Ashton calls the sisters back over as soon as he mentions the helicopter. They squeal. Moonlit ride over Hollywood would be so fun. Oh my gosh. That doesn't sound like the worst idea. Imagine all the social media photos we can take. Ashton shoots off a quick text, and you can hear the helicopter approaching in the distance. While the sisters run to take selfies with the descending vehicle, you turn to Ashton with a grin. Are you sure they need any romancing? They seem pretty swept off their feet. He leans in close, his hands on the small of your back. Don't get cocky until the signatures are on ink. You nod and suddenly lean into his touch, all the while longing for it to trail lower. The first rule is don't talk business. This is about the people. Often people cut to the chase too quickly with deals like these. You know, they talk about how much money we're going to be making, brand sponsorships, reach. That's important, but it's all for later. This is about showing your talent that working with you will be a damn good time. Once you reach the helicopter, Ashton allows the ladies to choose their seats, then climbs in to help you up. And as you take his hand and climb up, you want to show him you're a good time as well. You don't let go of his hand as you settle in your seat. For his part, Ashton doesn't move to let go either. I don't want to let go, but this helicopter won't move until you buckle up. His care for your safety warms you to your core. It's nearly impossible to pull your hand from his, and when you do, it feels empty. That's probably the only reason I'd let go. Ashton's pilot powers up the helicopter and you panic as the sound drowns out Ashton's voice, but he hands the sisters and you a headset. We can use this to speak freely. When he hands you yours over, he pushes a button to adjust the channel. He lowers his voice for just you to hear. When you push this button here, you and I will have a private channel that no one else can hear. His lips shape the word private flusters you, but you've just to play it off as a joke. Do you use these as a pickup line? Grins and raises an eyebrow. You know, can't say that I have, but there's plenty of time left in the ride. Great, I just gave you an idea. While everyone else gushes over the motions of the helicopters that lifts in the air, you and Ashton switch to the private channel. Your second strategy will be to use powerful language, private, for example, unless it's forbiddenness, intimacy, sex. But you can inspire tenderness, power, anger. It's all a subtle art, but you'd be surprised what kind of emotions you can draw to the surface when you use the right cues. Okay, I dare you to try it on me as an example. Make me feel I'm powerful. Well, you'd look good owning a chopper, in fact. You could own an entire fleet. He winks at you, you grin, feeling your cheeks heat up, but you try to keep to a neutral expression since Mercy's nearby. Oh yeah? You'd have a string of pilots at your disposal, all ready to fly you anywhere you wished. You sit up a little taller, absorbing this idea and loving him. You're completely drawn in by him, your hearts pound, you press your thighs together, keenly aware that you have an audience. But if things steam up anymore between the two of you, everyone is bound to notice. You switch channels and face the sisters. So ladies, this is one of the perks of signing with us. We have plenty of other fun things in store for you. You feel Ashton's eyes on you, and when you sneak a look at him, he's grinning. Well, this is a nice start, but how do we know you'll treat us well after signing? You meet Mercy's eyes and hold her gaze unwavering in your dedication. Because you have my word, and in this town that means something. Even though you're striking a business deal, there's something so sensual and charged about Ashton teaching you how to wield your power. Well, we'll see about it. She returns her attention to the view as Gemma points out a famous landmark. You quickly switch back to your private channel. Ashton's hand touches your knee innocently, barely, just a brush, but every nerve in your body attunes to him. Also, a friendly touch here or there is a great way to get your client's attentions back on you. But if they get too distracted, it gives you a knowing smile. Then we'll do our best to redirect their attention. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You and Ashton stare at each other, the tension thick between you, and Mercy's hand waves at you, and you can see her talking over the other line. I feel like we own the whole city from this view. You reach over and touch Mercy's elbow, though every part of you wishes she was Ashton. Don't you? Now imagine the entire city knowing your name. She raises an eyebrow at you and considering, and you can see the desire to be a household name has won her over. Oh, that would be amazing. Looks back at Ashton, and he shoots you a wink. I think you've got her. Hook, line, and sinker. When the helicopter lands back at the lot, Eddie is waiting for you, a nervous smile on his face. Whew, you're all still alive. You sling your arm across your brother's shoulders, and you all head back to the office to talk. Alright, ladies, it's time. Do we have your verdict? He eyes each of the sisters, a brilliant smile gracing his gorgeous features. The only thing I want to know is, Ashton, will you be overseeing the project yourself? Yes, of course. While I trust my team, I want to make sure the Indulge's reality brand is on track. The suspect also wants to have an excuse to be close to you. The sisters look at each other, and then they all smile. We're in. Just show us where to sign. His gaze slides over to you, lighting a fire deep in your belly. Congratulations, Nora, you landed the deal. Well, I had a great teacher. And congratulations, Bianchi sisters. You're gonna be stars. The three sisters are all smiles. You're filled with hope that this show is gonna be everything you ever wanted, and you get to do it with Ashton. Shall we have a toast? You pop bottles of champagne and hand everyone a glass. Cheers to our futures. Yes, may the future of this show be short and swift. Celeste, we want a 20-year run. Cheers to, success. You find hard to look at everyone and keep your gaze from staying on Ashton's. There's nothing sexier than finally getting everything you want. I couldn't agree more. But an ice-cold dread floods you over as Mercy slinks up to him, entirely too close, and begins to walk her fingers up his chest. And may I just say, Ashton, I can't wait to start working so closely again with you. After all, you're my favorite ex. Hard eye roll. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description. Plenty of things to check out there. Ways to support and whatnot. There's also the join and thanks feature on YouTube. TLDR, sorry about being late. If you tuned into the one chapter. Let me think about it. Hold on. There it is. I believe it's chapter 13 of this one. Pretty much I explained what was going on with me, so feel free to check that out. Otherwise, once again, sorry about being late on this. Just trying to get back on my feet, trying to feel better, trying to get content done, trying to catch up on so much. So right now I'm a little, let's just put it this way, I'm drowning, but oh well. It is what it is, right? So once again, thank you all for your support, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.